Hi guys, Martain88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 20 Squad Battles video. Wowee, how hot is it out there? I am absolutely melting making this video right now. But there we go, the grind goes on, doesn't it? So, what are we doing today? Normally, my Wednesday video has been tutorials and tips and tricks and stuff to just generally help you guys move forward in squad battles to help improve your teams, etc, etc. Also, I'd like to add, hoping that they're things that will help you moving into FIFA 21 as well. But today we are looking at the team I'm going to be using this week and some highlights. So as you can see on the screen, the team I'm using this week is a Rangers team. The reason I'm using that, as I've said to you a couple of times in previous videos, subscriber of mine, Fake Chow, has been following the channel since day dot. Dangled him a carrot right at the start of when I launched my channel and said that if he managed to get the top 100, I would play with his Rangers team 1 week and just see how we would get on from there. So, just to give you a little bit of a insight into the team, so I've played a couple of games already and got those highlights for you. Yeah, it's tough. There's a few informs. I think the left back Barisic, got Arfield on the left and Defoe up front, Hadji on the right, and I have got a prime icon moments Gerrard. I thought that is acceptable really. When they play like some pre-season games or whatever, I've seen him play, so that's good enough for me. And plus, you know, that would have been nigh on impossible without him. So yeah, there's it's not too bad, but yeah, it is quite difficult. Defence isn't too bad. Got Tavernier right back and the informed Barisic left back. Defoe up front, he still can bang in a few, but yeah, as a whole, it's tough. And I wanted to do this just to see how difficult, how much you rely on the team rather than your skills. So let's have a look and see how it goes. I've got the highlights for you here of the first 4 games of squad battles. I would like to add on that note that, you know, the first 4 games I'm really just finding my feet, you know, what formation do I want to play, who in which positions, so on and so forth. So this is about as raw as it's going to get. So we see in the first game we actually go a goal down, and then unfortunately we end up going another goal down. You see here, just from the defending, it's like I'm not doing what I even teach you guys, right? I'm pulling the fullbacks out, but it's just getting used to like their speed and agility and stuff like that. But I think I'll get there. I think I'll get there with them. It's just difficult adjusting from playing with like absolute top-notch players to start playing with silver players. But I started to get to grips with it. You see there, we're at 2-0 down. Managed to get back to 2-1. Get it back to 2-all. Hadji, like I said, he's one of the bright sparks of the team with his 5-star weak foot. He's still not exactly electric, but you know, he can get us a goal. Ended up going 3-2 down in the first game in extra time, and I thought, oh god, first game it's going to be a defeat straight away. The other big thing I noticed with using a lesser team was, oh my god, their stamina just literally goes. At this point I was like, that's game over, because my team couldn't even move. I think I showed a little clip. It's gone already, but just trust me, if you look at there in the bottom right, you can see their stamina levels are like next to gone. But we managed to get one back. The captain Stevie G, Bosch's one in for 3-3, and I thought maybe we could go on and get a winner. That doesn't end up happening. We have to go into a penalty shootout. Right, a little thing here about penalty shootouts. This is on Ultimate, by the way. It's going to be different different standards across different games depending on what I see fit. But for you guys wondering about penalty shootouts, especially if you're playing on Ultimate, I would say I'll win at least 9 out of 10 penalty shootouts. And considering the standard of player that I'm using here, I feel like the AI almost just gifts it to you. As long as you're not stupid with where you're putting your penalty and your power. I normally just always put it in the same place, bottom right, 3 bars of power, and yeah, like I say, I normally end up winning 9 out of 10 shootouts, although I haven't had as many recently. But yeah, like I said, don't worry too much if you do end up into a penalty shootout, and that's probably one of the things you should be thinking about if you're in extra time towards the end of the game. Don't just literally go and lose it because you think you're going to lose the penalty shootout. You know, just play your normal game and just think, okay, well, if it does go to a penalty shootout, I'll probably end up winning it, because if you do, you still get the same amount of points as if you've won the game, so it doesn't really matter that much. As you can see there, the AI tried to make it interesting, take it down to the last penalty, but I think I knew inside that we would probably end up winning that. So that was a big relief. First game, got a win on the board, but I felt like playing on Ultimate was maybe a step too far at this point, considering I hadn't really got to grips with who I wanted to play in certain positions, what subs I wanted to bring on at what point, who was good at this and who was good at that. Yeah, specifically on Ultimate, you can't really go into games like that no matter how good and experienced you are. But that was the first game on the board. We move into the second game now. I'm playing this one on Legendary. So when you're playing it on Legendary, obviously you can take into account the ratings of the players, and the chemistry obviously still makes a difference as well. So I was quite intrigued to see how this game would go playing it on Legendary, and it would probably determine how many games I would play on Ultimate and how many games I would play on Legendary throughout the week. As you see from the highlights here, racing to a 2-goal lead pretty quickly, and I'm thinking that life's pretty good with Rangers actually. Arfield with the second, I think it was Hadji with the first. Simple third goal here. Quick one on this one, guys. When talking about like custom tactics and player instructions, that might just look like a really easy goal. That is because I always have my Ram on stay forward, and you can see here the left back had made a run forward, they lost the ball, he was out of position, the Ram just literally stood where he was, and it was an easy goal for us. So just a little thing to take into consideration there if you've seen my player instructions and wondering what benefit having it on stay forward is. That's the exact benefit right there. Here we can see the qualities of Gerrard. Obviously he's going to be absolutely vital to my progress this week. To say I look for him in every attack would be an absolute understatement, but you know, it's got to happen. There we go, Gerrard into Kent. Let's not even get onto that subject. I don't have the Ryan Kent special card, so I'm just using his silver card, which is heartbreaking, because if I had that Kent card and there was a Hadji one that come out, which I did have, I put it into an SBC, this could potentially be a lot different this week, but I don't, so I've got to move forward with what I've got. So second game, 5-0 on Legendary. No problems at all. 2-7-9-6, which is a very good score on Legendary. If you consistently keep that up, you're going to walk getting into the top 100. So on to the third game. Again, because we're playing it on Legendary, we can take into account that they've got a couple 77 centre back, a 78 centre back, so you know, I'm thinking, yeah, we've got a chance here, we should be able to do the business. And surprise, surprise, we take the lead through Stevie G again. And I'm thinking that maybe having it on Legendary is a little bit too easy, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna commit to play on Ultimate. I'm just gonna play, like I said, on whatever difficulty level that I see fit. So I do want to try and get into that top 100 and prove that you don't just have to have a god squad to get in there, but it is going to be difficult, so we'll see how it goes. Conceded a goal there for it to go back to 1-1, quickly got it back to 2-1. you know what, the defence isn't actually that much of an issue. I'm not finding. I just need to get to grips, like I said previously, with the fact that they're not as quick and agile. So I'm still like moving the fullbacks as if I've got Trent and Robertson, which obviously they're not. So yeah, the defending side of things isn't too bad. The weakness of this team is in centre midfield. At the moment, I'm trying out this Haribo, I think sounds like Haribo, doesn't it? I'm not sure what his name is, I can't remember, but I know he's 69 rated, and got Jack next to him who's 74 rated, and yeah, it's not great. But as you can see here, we whizzed on to a 5-1 lead pretty easy, which was great news. Again, if you could, even on, I think at this point, even if on Legendary you can be getting your 5 goals and smashing the low chem teams on Ultimate, and I mean like really low chem teams, it's still going to be good enough to get into the top 100. So third game ends up 5-2. Conceded a couple of goals, I suppose a little bit disappointed, but all in all the important thing is that we got the 5 goals, which we did. Just have a quick look at the points total. As you can see, they're totally dominated. Only thing we missed out on was the corners, and for that we ended up with 2,500 points. So yeah, like I said, I was feeling pretty happy with things. Right, okay, this is where it gets a little bit challenging. This 4th game, this is as good as playing on Ultimate. You've got 100 chemistry, you've got 98 Mbappe, 96 Cruyff, 97 Varane, you've got the Maldini, Vinicius Jr., etc, etc. You know, they're a couple of points off being 99 rated anyway, so it's as good as playing a 100 chem team on Ultimate. Now, spoiler, we ended up losing this game, which was particularly frustrating. I think I ended up getting complacent after the first few games, because probably the first 20-30 minutes I had some really good chances, which I'll show just after this game. But one of the chances isn't on there. I had it with Gerrard, cut inside from about 10 yards and just smashed it against the inside of the post, and it come out. And I think I just thought that I'd get chance after chance after chance, which wasn't the case. So maybe this was a little bit of a wake-up call. Like I said, maybe a bit of complacency was settling in. I just thought that after getting a few chances I would be able to carry on and open them up. But need to take my own advice, don't I, guys? Because I told you guys in one of the first videos that I did that if you don't take your chances early on, the AI seems to change and sometimes ramps it up a notch. So I've only got myself to blame there. This chance in particular, it needed to go in. I could have done all sorts with that, and with the prime icon moments, Gerrard, yeah, that needed to go in. So there we go. That's the start of it. Not ideal, but I'm still confident that I can do it. Got a lot of games left. I might put another video up on Saturday to show my progress. If not, it'll be rewards on Monday. If you've liked what you've seen, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video, and wish me luck, guys.